current situation after the recent rainstorm. Found lots of rot that's been there for a while and holes. And it's all because of this tie-in here where it meets this little kitchen addition somebody did years ago before I owned the house. This ought to be fun. Alright, so I'm already kind of into this a little bit just because I got up at 4. I've already got some of the sheeting ripped off, or decking, what do you want to call it. Removing the nails as I go. I'm just kind of ripping it in half. This is approximately 7 by 12 and a half. So about 3 sheets, flashing, 3 stacks of, I forgot a nail up there. 3 stacks of shingles and I should be good. I'm gonna box that in so that I don't have that sharp corner in there that wind-driven Wayne could get into, but sorry. That corner right there I'm gonna box in, frame out a little bit, so I'll do that after I get some decking down on it. All right, to be continued. All right, it's cleaned off. Rafters are in good shape. Rot's minimal, they can be reused. Got it blew off with a blower and picked up all the plywood, ran it around front. Now I gotta go get some more materials. All right, just so you guys don't think I'm cheating, I got the last sheet with a notch on it and I just got it huffed up there. It's pretty hot. I'm gonna get it nailed off and blow this off and put a coating on it. All right, that's what that looks right there. Actually fit pretty good. Of course, every single one of them I had to trim a little bit on the edge because this is all way not square. Whoever did this addition. I still got to box that in, but I'm gonna take a break because it's hot. But that's what it looks like. All right, I got it all boxed in over here after my break. It's like 95 or so right now. These are all 12 and a half because this is a 412 pitch. So ripped at 12 and a half. These are all miter joints. This is just boxing to hold the fascia that's going to go on here to box this in so that I don't get wind-driven rain going up in there and then it gets into that corner. There's nothing I can do. This is a better option. It's worked a lot better. Did the same thing out front. Now my next step is to put a, I like to put a white elastomeric coating on this. It's kind of the poor man's Huber zip. Pretty much does the same thing, but for less cost, especially since you can't really get Huber zip in 5/8 at all the box stores. Usually one in the entire DFW has them. So that's the next step. All right, this is what I'm gonna be putting on. Just picked it up at Lowe's. It's just a white elastomeric coating. It says it's good for 10 years in direct light. And I don't know how much it needs to be shown. Normally it doesn't. This ought to be interesting on a sloped roof. We'll just see how much of a mess I can make. do my drip edge, water ice barrier, and my felt. Alright, let me not get this on my camera. Alright, already got it on. And I'm just gonna roll it. I didn't buy a roller because I don't feel like spending $50 on this roller. So this is just a piece of 2-inch Schedule 80 conduit. We're gonna make this work. Alright, I got the leak barrier, storm guard. It goes up 1.5 inches down here, all the way up to the top. And then this goes 3 inches all the way down. I just put a mark there, and I wanted to cover that margin down there where the siding doesn't fill it fully in. Next comes drip edge. Synthetic underlayment, and then it's I can put my counter flashing in, and then it's time to shingle. Alright, I got the felt on, and it's windy today, so it's, you know, very fun to put on, especially when you're doing it by yourself. But time for the drip edge and counter flashing in the corners. Alright, as you can see, I finished the roof, got the gutter back on, all my step flashing is there. It's got a kick out now. This is actually flashed up here. Got a head flashing there. That's gonna get siding and board and batten. I gotta redo that probably tomorrow, and then I'll cut that piece and put it in there, but I needed it out of there so I could step flashing in there. Reuse the ridge shingles. The one thing I did do differently on this is I notched this out, which they didn't do. They just kind of had it set flush up against here, which is kind of one of the problems that I see. This will all get tucked back down a little better, but yeah, it's notched so there's overlap in here now. I've been going at this since about 8 this morning, and it's 4:30 now, so I'm done because it's well over 100 up here. Okay, so got some progress done today, about 2 hours after work. Got that boxed in. That piece was a little tricky to cut. That one had to be cut a couple of times, not only to get the angles right, but freaking broke the tip off the first time I tried to nail it in there, because it's freaking hardy siding and it's brittle as all get out, and anybody who's ever installed it understands it's terrible to work with. Just got to do the battens tomorrow and caulk everything. Alright, here's got the battens and everything in there. That's all caulked in there, all the way down to the edge there, all the way through. Now I just got to get some more sidewall paint, because I had just enough when I painted the house a couple of years ago. But I saved the container. I've also got some scraps I can go match up too. But that's it for the day. It's sealed up. It's ready for the rain. I can paint it after it dries for a few days. Looks like I need to scrape some of that off there too. Anyways, alright. I'll get a second video. I'll do the last video whenever I'm done painting. Alright, it's about a week later. I just now got around to getting all the trim, everything touched up, repainted. It is about 96 out here. I'm in the shade at least, that's why I waited till, I don't know, it's 6:50 right now. Alright. Now it's on to the next house project. Or really, I got a lot going on this week.